They raise their voice. The air in the room becomes heavy. Your heart starts beating faster against your ribs. 1,000 sharp words rush to your tongue, ready to be launched like arrows. But something deep inside you hesitates, a quiet whisper behind the noise of your anger. It says, "Do not go down there. Do not descend into their storm." Have you ever walked away from an argument feeling drained, even if you won? Even if you had the last word, you proved them wrong. You made your point. And yet, there is a hollow feeling in your chest. A sense that, in the process of winning the debate, you lost something more precious. You lost your peace. We are taught that to be strong, we must speak up. We must defend ourselves immediately. We must clap back, louder, faster, sharper than the person attacking us. But the ancient masters knew a different truth. The Stoics, the monks, the sages who walked this earth long before us, they understood that true power is not loud. It does not scream. It does not need to justify its existence. There is a way to win an argument without saying a single word. Not by surrendering, not by being weak, but by mastering the supreme art of silence. Imagine becoming like a mountain in the middle of a hurricane. The winds of other people's emotions can scream around you. The rain of their insults can fall. But the mountain does not move. It does not argue with the wind. It simply is. Today, we will walk through the 7 truths of silence. We will see how stillness can disarm your enemies, protect your soul, and give you a victory that no words could ever buy. This is the art of silence. The first truth is that silence breaks the cycle of control. Most arguments are not really about facts. They are not about who is right or wrong about a specific event. They are battles for control. When someone attacks you with anger, subconsciously, they are trying to pull you into their reality. They are in chaos, and they want you to be in chaos too. If they scream and you scream back, they have succeeded. They have pushed a button, and you responded like a machine. They have controlled your emotional state. But when you choose silence, you cut the invisible string they are trying to attach to you. You refuse to play the game. It is the most shocking thing you can do to an angry person. They expect resistance, they expect a fight. When they push against you and find only empty space, they lose their balance. Your silence tells them, "You do not have permission to dictate how I feel right now. You cannot drag me down to that level." This is not passivity. This is the ultimate act of rebellion against drama. The second truth reveals the power of the mirror. Silence is a mirror. When you argue back, you give the other person something to fight against. Your words become their fuel. They can focus on what you said, how you said it, and twist your meaning. They can ignore their own behavior because they are too busy attacking yours. But when you remain silent, you remove the distraction. Suddenly, they are the only one making noise. They are the only one waving their arms. They are the only one looking out of control. Your silence forces them to hear the echo of their own voice, and often that echo is uncomfortable. They start to see how unreasonable they sound. They start to feel the weight of their own aggression. By doing nothing, you force them to face themselves. And that is a confrontation many people cannot handle. The third truth is about protecting your future. Words are like bullets. Once they leave the gun, you cannot call them back. No matter how much you regret it later, no matter how many times you say, "I'm sorry," the wound is already made. Think of the relationships that have been destroyed in minutes. Years of trust, years of love broken because in a moment of heat, someone said exactly what they were thinking. Brutal honesty without wisdom is cruelty. When the fire of anger rises in you, your mind becomes narrow. You forget the big picture. You only want to hurt the person who hurt you. But the storm always passes. The anger always fades. And when the clouds clear, you are left with the wreckage of what you said. Silence protects your dignity. It protects you from the shame of having lost control. It ensures that when you look back on this moment, tomorrow or next year, you will not cringe at your own behavior. You will respect the version of yourself that stayed calm. You will be proud that you did not hand them your character on a silver platter. The fourth truth teaches us about the burden of silence. Human beings are terrified of silence. In a conversation, especially a tense one, silence feels heavy. It feels awkward. Our instinct is to fill it, to explain, to chatter, to fix the tension. Use this to your advantage. When someone is lying to you or trying to manipulate you and they finish speaking, do not answer immediately. Look them in the eyes and wait. Let the silence stretch out. 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. The pressure in the room will build, and because they are uncomfortable, they will often start talking again. They will try to fill the gap, and in doing so, they will reveal more than they intended. They will stumble, they will change their story, they will expose the truth that they were trying to hide. Your silence draws the truth out of them better than any interrogation could. The fifth truth is the sacred gap between stimulus and response. This is the core of Stoic wisdom. Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the darkest horrors of humanity, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." When you are attacked, that is the stimulus. Most people react instantly. Stimulus, reaction. Like a reflex, no thought, no choice, just a robotic defense. Silence buys you time. Silence widens that gap. It gives you a moment to step back inside your own mind and ask, is this worth my energy? Who do I want to be in this moment? In that sacred pause, you stop being a victim of circumstance and you become the architect of your destiny. You choose wisdom over impulse. You choose peace over conflict. That choice is what separates the child from the sage. The child reacts, the sage responds. The sixth truth is that silence is the ultimate boundary. There are some people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You know who they are. No matter how clearly you explain, no matter how much logic you use, they will not hear you. They do not want to understand, they want to be right. With these people, speaking is a waste of your life force. It is like pouring water into a broken cup. It will never be full. In these cases, silence is a wall. It is a firm, unshakable boundary. By not engaging, you are saying, I value myself too much to participate in this. I will not offer my truth to be trampled on. Walking away from a fight that cannot be won is not defeat. It is strategic withdrawal. It saves your energy for the people and the battles that actually matter. Let them think what they want. Let them tell their version of the story. You know the truth, and the truth does not need to shout to be real. The seventh truth: silence prepares the ground for powerful words. Silence does not mean you never speak. It means you speak only when it matters. Think of a great piece of music. It is the pauses between the notes that give them beauty. If there were no silence, it would just be noise. When you are known as someone who does not speak carelessly, your words carry immense weight. When you finally break your silence, people listen, because they know you do not waste words. After the emotions have cooled down, after the storm has passed, you can choose to speak your truth. Calmly, clearly, without the distortion of anger. I felt disrespected when you said that. I cannot accept that behavior. Spoken from a place of stillness, these statements hit harder than any scream ever could. They land deep in the other person's conscience because they come from a place of strength, not weakness. So, my friend, the next time you feel the heat rising in your chest, the next time the world demands a reaction from you, remember the mountain. Remember the power of the pause. Take a deep breath. Let the wave of anger pass through you, but do not let it carry you away. Hold your ground. Hold your tongue. Watch the other person's storm rage against your stillness. Watch how quickly they run out of energy when you do not feed the fire. And in that quiet moment, you will realize something profound. You have won. Not just the argument. You have won a victory over yourself. You have reclaimed your peace, and that is a prize no one can take away from you. If this message brought you peace, please support our work by liking this video. It helps this wisdom reach others who are lost in the noise. Share this with a friend who needs to find their own strength. And if you're ready to walk this path with us, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching. We will see you in the next silence.